The Browns send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Browns will take over possession here up at the 44. So the Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Completes it to Hearns. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Back to throw now on 1st down. Completes this one to Thornton. And he's got this down to the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 35-yard line. Now a throw here hauled in. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. The Texans sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 15-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Flushed out right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And his kick is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So they're able to end that. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 20. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nearly a huge return as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
97.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Hale. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Oh, he fakes a spike. He finds his man, complete. It's Hale. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th. And this one is right through, and that will make it 6-0. So 2 first-quarter field goals. The Browns send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. A big rush by the Texans, and they block it. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. goes to wipe away a big return.
And I know from the outside in, you think, why are you holding? Just make sure you don't grab anyone. But you want to keep people away from your return guy. And sometimes those sudden moves, that speed, you reach out and inadvertently do something, and the penalty flag comes out.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 26 Mike.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. Touchdown! A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans take the block punt and convert it into 6 points.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did.
Here we go. Here we go. Red 38. Ready, go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle. In an old school NFL football, the right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you...
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
That'll give them 8 that time, and 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So as it turns out, that sack. The Browns send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10.
So here are the Texans to take over. They got the victory last week. That was against Jacksonville, and they lead this one as well right now. Out in front here, they've got it 1st and 10.
Ready. Hey, check Mega. Check what?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
They'll set up to throw.
And that, incomplete. Daylight in front if he could have held on, but he didn't. So instead, it's 2nd down.
Looking to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this will be caught at the 30.
And he will work his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line.
A huge play there for Houston. 53 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of...
Ready. Blue 32. Ready. Go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown, Texans. A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans continue to pull away here in this first half. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. A big rush by the Texans, and they block it. It's picked up, and this is a live ball, remember. And that pressure there came from his left side. Maybe could have sped up the release, but he couldn't get it off in time.
And truthfully, the speed should be consistent each and every time. It should be quick mechanics. The best punters are the ones who can catch it, one step, and get rid of the football. Those are the ones you want. Anything more than one step in the NFL, you're flirting with disaster.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Well, I think the hope is, you know, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They're going to look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Tylan Wallace
From 10 yards out.
and the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Well, they found him 8 times in that first half, and this is his first catch of quarter number 3. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one, a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there.
with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Finding space at the 40.
A gain of 19 and picking up the 1st.
32. Ultra. Go ultra. Ready.
Here's a give up the middle.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36. That one goes for 24 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 36. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground. Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And that's complete to Adams. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
43. Watch out now. 50 fierce. Ready.
They'll drop to throw.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This is caught. Touchdown.
Tylan Wallace.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Texans have got it on cruise control. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he is absolutely...
first throw for the backup Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. 50, play.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now Wilson. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Throwing is Wilson. Hit as he throws, and the ball is out. It's a live football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there.
Down. 16 outlaw. You're trash. Mike check 33. 33. Here we go.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A good gain of 12 yards that time.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Play action. It's Wilson. Flush to his right. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead. After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
You just kind of feel for the defense right now, this deficit. They have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. They're like, oh, my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Oh, he makes the catch off the tip by the safety.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They'll get 34 yards there. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them and now it's been a real issue for him during this game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
26 Mike, 26 Mike.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
But now he appears to be in some pain. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
26 Mike.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now they'll run on the draw. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Wilson.
And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his 2nd, but instead it's 4th down.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away.
Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for Houston,
they climbed to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule.
and they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what?